Assalamualaikum and very good day to all my students. So we continue our lecture sessions with developing event-driven programming. So um, so I'm going to start with uh, coding at the submit button because remember that in the first video on the graphical user interface, I did mention about action perform. Action perform is a method that apply the event listener, so it will look or listen for the event from the user interactions. Okay, let me do this method of action perform based on the button submit. So you can create it customizedly in this class input form. All right, but then I'm going to use this by double clicking the submit button, so the compiler will provide you the skeleton of the action perform methods. Okay, let me double click this submit button. So when I click the submit button, so we notice that compiler uh, directly the code to the source and then provide a skeleton of one method called submit button action perform. Submit btn is your button name. Okay, and its action perform is been given by the compiler lah. So this is whereby that when we trigger, okay, this button, so we will do whatever that we handle inside our coding here. So you notice that you can't change it. You can't change the events here, or maybe I want to change the name of the parameter also. I can't change because you notice that in a gray color. Okay, between this. So what you can change it is inside the curly braces. Okay, this one you can add your own code. So what we're going to do is that is whereby when we submit the button. So of course before that we need to select either staff or student. Okay, and then we enter the information inside the text field, and of course we click the submit button. So this is where the event starts, right? So we need to uh, handle these input events. So what we're going to do is that based on the first flow, or the first thing that we need to do is that we selecting the radio button, right? Either staff or either student. So means that there is a selection statement inside the submit button action perform, because when we want when we select a student, so that student should do accordingly what is the control they want to do lah. So I'm going to have if statement. Okay, for the radio button you need to use inner method. The method is called is selected. Okay, so let me check the name of radio button. Our radio button name is staff radio button. So I just uh, based on this stuff, radio button, this is an object, and then I'm selecting the is selected. So notice that is selected. So means that when we select staff radio button, okay, so we'll get the object of radio button. Okay, and then we set name, we set age, and also department. All right, let me do the content. So the name of staff is my staff. Is it my staff? Right. Okay, and then we can add it as a set name. Okay, so the set name, right, is a setter. Okay, the setter that provided by us based on what you call it here inside the class person. We got a setter here. So but then you need to know that where is the value is came from. So the value is come from this text fields. So you need to know that what is the name of the text fields. The name of text field you can refer is here name text field, because right now I'm selecting this text field is active, or you can refer it at the properties name text fld, right? So I'm using that name because it will get the data from this text field name text field. So I'm getting the data from the text field. I'm going to use a get text, right? Means that when I'm value inside the text field will be get it, and will be get it from the name text field object, and I set it into the name for the stuff. Okay. Uh, so let me do for the age and department. So my staff dot set age. So this name is name text field as well. It's not name text field. Sorry, it's supposed to be age text fields. So you need to know them. So this is age text field. And then we're going to get text, right? Use and get text. Right. Another one is a department. Okay. You set text field says that cannot be converted to int because age is integer, so you need to pass the string to integer. So what I'm going to do is I'm pass the method by calling the integer and select the pass int. Okay, so pass int. So I'm remove delete them and put it inside this text field. So we will get the value, the text in string, and change it to the integer and set it into the set age, because set the age data type is a integer int, so that's why we need to pass it. All right. And then we see for the department side. For the you can't see the department here, right? Okay, you can't see for department, so we need to do the downcasting lah. So we have to downcast it into to the staff. So I already do that, and so we notice, let me delete wait, so I can get set the set department here. So department is department text field, right? So department txt fld and get text. Okay, so we'll get the text. Where is get text? Get text here. Okay. So this is how we code to get the data from these text fields. Okay, so means that when user enter the data inside this text field, so it will send to the object of my stuff. Okay, so this is for stuff radio button. Else, because we want to do for the sorry to the student. So because we only have two radio button, we don't need to do the stuff student radio button is selected. So we just use that one lah. So just copy them this because I want to make it more faster. So I just change it my stuff to the my student's name. Okay, so this is my student. So this is also my student. This one also need to change to the student. Okay, student don't have set department, right? So should have a set program, right? So this is should be a department text field because the naming is a here. You see a department and program is a label, but the name of text field we just only name is department text field. So we know that it can have either department or program, but because I just want to have a shorter name, So I name it as DEPT that field. So that's why I use the same name lah, department text field. So actually what we have already, that we already have those informations, right? uh, so when we click submit, so we get the data, and then yeah, we just only get the data right now. So we haven't displayed the data. Maybe if you want to display the data, maybe we can just display it uh, in the console. Okay, if you want to place let us try to display it at console, right? So after it's selected, then let's say I just selected one lah. So let's say if we run this, let me select this one. So what going to enter is Ali, age is, let's say 26, then department is GMM. So submit. So it's submitted, but you want see the output, right? uh, so maybe we do something on the output. Okay, so how? So let's say we output them into one show message dialog lah. So I just use option pane dot show message dialog. Okay, I just want to show the message that we have entered just now, because we actually what we're going to do is that we want to display it, the output at a second form. We call it as a output form, but we haven't create the output form, the second form, because we have only input form. So we want to just enter the message or show the message. Is it that message is already is okay or not? Okay, so let me make my stuff dot get name. Okay, let me do the age is only age is, let's say my stuff dot get age. So let me do and department is so you don't have get department, right? So we need to just copy this first, because we do the polymorphism and then we have get department here. So we just want to try whether that input that or output that we enter can be displayed, right? So let me run it again. So selected, this is being selected. So I put Ali, age 26, then department is GMM. So I click submit. So supposed to come up the option pane. Ali, age is 26 and department is GMM. So the data is already been get and will be displayed in the message dialog. Okay, for timing, this is output right now. So we will going to use a second form or create a second form to display the output. Okay, till now we stop the video. Thank you.